You had your 9 lives and you threw them all away. You had your 9 lives. Okay, so
No, get out the microphone.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Twinhood, the podcast by me, Ellen Peters, and
Me, Maisie Peters, or should I say, hello, Carrie Bradshaw?
Are you talking about my hair?
Of course I am. What else would we be talking about on Twinhood? It is looking good though.
Thanks, Queen.
Wow.
Even my CEO said to me today, nice hair. Yeah, I'm on my journey.
The journey's flourishing.
Thanks, Queen.
I actually should, I'm going to send the picture to Paul, the producer, but I took a picture of your hair the other day when you'd really gone to town on your natural hair diffuser situation.
Yeah.
And it actually looked incredible.
Thanks, Queen. Yeah, I mean, this is second week of my wavy hair journey.
It reminds me of, what was that film about the mermaid? Aquamarine. Yeah, it has some aquamarine to it.
Yeah, you know what though? It is a lifestyle.
It's not just for Christmas.
The girlies that get it will get it. But I've been in such an ADHD hyperfixation hole, and I'm already hyperfixated on my hair anyway. So I've literally gone 300.
Doubled down.
Yeah. And I'm I bet. Do you know if you've got high porosity or low porosity hair?
I can't say I do.
I do. I have low porosity.
And how do you know that? What does it mean?
It means that your hair can't soak up as much water, so water just drips off it. But don't worry, I've got my routine. Honestly, it's scrunch, mousse, scrunch, gel, diffuse, gel. It's a whole, it's a lot. And the refresh day. I'm on a refresh day today. And I've been stressed about its state for the podcast.
No, it looks so good.
I had to do a mini refresh.
It's really strongly giving me Carrie Bradshaw.
Thanks, Queen. The thing is, I think with hair, and guys, you can tell I love this subject.
Yeah. She's settled in. She's locked in. I'm ready to go.
It's like the TikTok videos, they section their hair into 20 different parts and they finger curl every bit of hair. I'm that's not realistic. No, Queen.
You're a woman of the people. You're a woman of the world.
Guys, 10 likes, and at the start of the next podcast, I'll do my wavy hair routine.
10 likes of what?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Just 10 likes across the board.
I'll do it for free.
Go on, twist my arm.
Queen, let's not forget about your new hair.
Oh, it's not me getting my own little moment in the sun.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just quickly, while we're not talking about Ellen for 5 seconds. I went to the hairdresser today.
I can tell.
For the girls who are listening and not watching, this bleach is actually the most gorgeous bleach you'll ever see in your life. See, what happens, it is the cycle of life where as a girl with bleach, you get to the end of month 2 and you think, I can't do this anymore. And then you get the fresh bleach and you're like, life is worth living.
So worth living.
Look at it. Guys, actually, we can speak on this in the comments. Let me know what you think. I've recently also made the incredibly important and interesting decision that I might grow out my fringe, or at least grow it into a side fringe, like side bangs.
I'm loving, you have side bangs.
Right now,
yeah.
When they're a little bit parted.
Yeah, I think the thing is, you just got to learn side bangs are a biatch, to style, because you've really got to know how to style them. But I think this looks like it's doable.
I've just had a full fringe. I counted the other day. Do you know how long I've had a full fringe? It was 7 to 8 years. That's my longest relationship. That's longer than everything I've ever done.
I think that's with my nose ring. I'm on got it when I was 15, I think. So
have we ever told the story of your nose ring?
What, when I had a breakdown?
Some could say this was a hyperfixation before we knew about having ADHD.
What? I'm neurodivergent? Never would know.
Never would have known. Not from when you got your nose ring. And then what happened?
So I got it done. I'd been desperate to get it done. I just really, really wanted it done. It was all hunky-dory. Then I left the shop, and as soon as I left the shop, it's like this demon possessed me and whispered, it's on the wrong side. And honestly, I spent, I wish I could say days, months, Googling pictures of people with nose rings. And I was convinced that no one got it done on my side. And I was like, it actually just looks odd. and I was this close to getting mum to take me back and get the other side pierced. And then I quickly came to my senses and realized you are not normal. That is not a normal thought. And it's funny, I one day just got over it.
It's back before this phrase was like commonplace in our vocabulary. I do feel like there was some scream crying going on.
Scream crying.
Were scream
and
crying.
I got to such an obsessive point that I took mum's like actual camera, like Canon camera. And I like took pictures of me, and then I looked back and I was like trying to convince myself that I liked it and that it was the right side. And then I took the pictures and used an editing tool like PZAP and then like drew one on the other side and then like compared both, and then I cried thinking, oh my god, the one with the like edited looks so much better, and I got myself in just an absolute tears.
So yeah, just like a really normal reaction.
Just a really normal reaction
to getting your nose pierced when you're 16.
So normal. And then so like I can get into quite hyperfixating holes, and I'm already like, I've had to like warn Maisie and my boyfriend, like I have been looking at like wavy and curly hair routines, like it's all I look at. Reddit.
I came downstairs, and I'm not joking, there was a small pharmacy of hair care products on our kitchen table. And then I do what I call, when Ellen leaves her random belongings around the flat, I do what I call as a silent protest, where I just collect them all into your bags that you also leave downstairs, and I just leave them piled up on the stairs, and I wait till you notice. I'm literally our mother. Oh my God.
So guys, if you have any new hyperfixations for me, maybe something like preferably good for my mental health, please let me know.
Do you remember when it was climbing Everest?
Yeah.
We actually could do a whole segment on Ellen's hyperfixations over time.
And it's still like deep entrenched in my brain. Like I can tell you about climbing the north side. I can tell you about climbing the south side. I can tell you about Green Boots or whatever his name was. There's someone that died, and because like you can't get bodies down. Because it's so like fucked up there, and so his body is still there with like green boots.
Ellen's review of Mount Everest. It's so fucked up there.
No, guys, it's like a goal of mine to like go to base camp of Everest. I'd hate it because I can't even do the incline runs at One Rebel.
Ellen, they won't have anywhere to plug your diffuser in at Everest base camp. How are you going to do a multi-step haircut?
I just really do believe like I could do it though.
It's your God complex. You really do believe you could climb Everest.
I can't. I can barely get through my One Rebel class, let alone.
We might have to up the One Rebel classes. We might have to up the Patrice.
I'm a bit of a princess in my exercise classes. So like whenever they say like the lowest possible, like do like say 6, I'm like, no, like I must need something lower, so I just put myself on a 5.
Yeah, but you know what was funny? When I went to the One Rebel with you, like I don't really think we're competitive. Do you think we're competitive?
Not that competitive.
No, we don't really do anything that we would be competitive in. But when I went to the One Rebel with you and we were on our treadmills together and I was watching you pick your speed for the treadmill, and in my mind I was like, well, I've got to do that or faster. Like I can't possibly do slower. Like it's either that or higher. And sometimes I see you do like 13 and I just do like 13.5 just to win. I know. It's good to admit things. It's good to come clean. There's a weight off my chest.
Guys, I bother her so much because she's literally like a pop star, yet she's bothered by my 0.5 extra at One Rebel.
Me and Mum always say, you live rent-free in our heads. I can't make a single choice on this earth without being like, oh, but I don't think.
Were you thinking about me at the hairdressers?
Yeah, I was, because I was thinking about how you literally always told me that you like my hair blonde, but then the other day you were like, you should go back to being a brunette. How am I meant to go forward from that point, knowing that you think that about me?
Well, that's how I felt today when you said, everyone look how good her hair was yesterday.
No.
Yesterday. No. What am I meant to do with that? Because it's not yesterday anymore.
It looks great today. And also another reason why you would live rent-free in my mind is because I literally said to my hairdresser, who I'd like to actually shout out, Harriet Muldoon at Larry King. This isn't sponsored. I just love her. She's just the queen of my life. And she's the one who does my colour. So thank you, Harriet Muldoon. You're my favourite woman in the world. She was like, what are we thinking today? And I was like, oh, like sort of the same vibe, but maybe just a bit less buttery and like a bit more icy, only because you told me I should go icy again, even though you used to tell me I should be buttery. Oh, God.
You're welcome, guys.
I
control the tone.
Yeah.
This tone is mine. So, anywho, welcome to the podcast.
After that brief interlude.
Yeah.
That's what Ellen's hair does to us. It just makes us speak so freely.
So real.
What's been going on?
What has been going on?
Well, yesterday, a seismic event happened to us in the kitchen where I was just downstairs making my coffee and you come downstairs and something that had never been done before happened.
I literally just hugged her.
You know, there's always those people, like those TikToks where people say the closer friends you are, like the less likely you are to just hug or like to say I love you. Like, why? I swear to God, when was the last time we hugged?
Yeah.
Like when we were 6 years old.
Yeah, we just don't really hug. But I was trialing it out. I literally came downstairs thinking I'm going to try this out. Like I hugged her from behind as well because she's so small. So I just kind of bear hugged her.
She soft launched the hug.
I soft launched.
And how did I react? Full body stiffening.
You were just like, as if I was so disgusting.
As if you were a massive wasp that had landed on me.
You know what's so funny though? Because like I feel like we're both not that huggy.
No.
And it's always like, when you see, like, when I see you be like, oh my God, hey girl, and like hug them, I'm like, you fake bitch. Like,
yeah, you don't mean that.
Because I feel judged when like I'm like, if it's a new person, I'll hug them just because it's like the social norm to do. Like that's just what we do. And I'll like hug them, but inside I'm like, oh, what? I don't understand. Why are we hugging?
No, literally me going on tour. Like I'll go away for 2.5 months and I'll just be like, bye queen. And you'll be like, bye queen.
Yeah.
That's all that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Our bond just transcends words.
Well, you know.
And physical actions. And hugging. But you did trial the hug. And like
she literally like cuddle her boyfriend, but when her own blood wants to give her a little cuddle, it's like,
well, I would say that you sort of did do a sneak attack on me. It was sort of a surprise.
What if I'd have been like, shall we hug now? You wouldn't have liked that. That'd be weird.
No, that would have been weird. Do you remember when we were kids? Do you remember what you would call it?
Snuggly bugly.
Yeah, and then I'd be like snuggly bugly time, and I'd be like.
I always wanted to have a sleepover.
She always wanted to be in my bed,
but Maisie never wanted to be in mine. So brilliant.
Sometimes she'll still come into my room in the flat and be like, "Snuggly bugly."
Speaking of beds, Maisie's been like making fun of me, and I don't think this is that ridiculous.
Let's ask the cousins. What do you think to Ellen's technique? Because so in London right now, it's quite hot. The nights are quite hot.
It's warm.
It's
and
warm.
Like it doesn't really get cooler at night. Like it's this consistent muggy temperature. And my room is a bit like an attic room where it's like extra hot. And also my boyfriend, he goes to bed a bit earlier than me. But I'm just like on my Kindle still vibing, you know? Shout out to all the people like who have partners with slightly different sleep cycles. I'm not like the best sleeper, as we know from this podcast. Like I need a couple melatonin. I need like a fucking like ASMR. I need like the perfect temperature. So, you know, one could say I struggle a bit. I'm literally just like tossing and turning. And the other night he got quite cross. The next morning he was like, Ellen, like you keep on keeping me up. Like I need to be waking up early and you're like just tossing and turning. I was like, rude.
Okay, fine, leave. Yeah. Leave the bed then.
So I've just started tops to tailing.
So funny.
And like I'll wake up sometimes and like I'll feel his like toe in my face.
No, you can't be having dogs in the face in the middle of the night.
And it just makes me laugh, the thought of us like tops to tailing in this double bed. And I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I'm on the other side. And he never realizes I've tops to tails till the morning because
you do it while he's already asleep.
Yeah.
So he wakes up to just your toes.
Yeah.
Wow, what a way to wake up.
I just think like the modern day couple, what's wrong with a
little top and a tail?
Top and a tail in the summer periods. Maybe I'll continue it for winter.
Cousins, let us know below if you think it's a smart and sophisticated choice to be top and tailing or something different.
You know, I can be in my Kindle, no pressure to go to sleep.
You know what I've just realised, Ellen, than talking to you? I'm often also awake with my Kindle whilst my boyfriend's asleep. So the clear solution here is they can sleep in the same bed and we could be having our Kindle time.
When I go to bed with my Kindle, I'm just like, I wish this could last forever.
Aw, that's actually really wholesome.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, when it's like a really special day, like your birthday, and you're like, oh, I wish like I could extend this.
Yeah.
That's how I feel every night in bed with my Kindle.
I will say that my relationship with my Kindle, as you know, I was a recent purchaser and I love, obviously, as you can see, I love a physical book. I have so many physical books, but I was like, the time's come, I've got to get a Kindle because you inspired me.
Yeah.
Again, living rent free in my head, my greatest influence. So I got a Kindle and I can't lie, like, it has actually made me read so much more. And I also was saying to my hairdresser today, I think it's really widened the type of book I read. Like I think I take more risks on like different types of books that I might not normally read because they're just so accessible.
Yeah, you just like
you just press
your page
and, you have them.
you're like, right,
and
let's
like,
just do this.
I obviously still love a physical book and I'll never stop buying a physical book. But I do think also because of that, you're just able to read so much quicker and just immediately find a new book to read. And I do think I realized I've read 30 books this year.
Slay.
Yeah.
I think I'm not far behind.
Yeah.
I want to read like 50 by the end of the year. That's my goal.
Yeah, we should do it. Also, we did get some questions from our Goodreads supporters, so maybe we'll do those at the end. We'll do some of those questions because our Goodreads community has come through with some questions, and I love the Goodreads community.
I love the Goodreads community, and it was really sweet. The other day I saw, I've obviously just finished the thriller about, that I said was similar to The Housemaid in the last episode. And guys, it did not eat down quite like The Housemaid.
No.
It was just quite dark, to be honest.
The Housemaid didn't eat down.
Rude. It did get a 3 from me, and I'm normally quite a high scorer, so it was a bit of a shocker. But this queen started reading it, and I'm like, is this like my first influencer moment?
I think it might be. Your second, because your first was me for our whole life.
In conclusion, go and follow us on Goodreads, because it's a really
wholesome,
slay,
beautiful place.
If we ever get as far as like ever hosting like cousin meetups, like I'd love to do it in like a little book shop. That's like my dream.
Cousins in the bookshop.
And we can all like sit with our Kindle/books and like and we'd get Lumi to like come and like light up the bookshop, and
I
we
love
can
this
just
vision.
Listen to ASMR and just like be really unstimulated.
Yeah, that sounds like a normal vibe.
Yeah, because at Twinhood we do not do overstimulation.
So, cousins, we are always thinking about how to keep the podcast like fun and also interesting and useful to you guys, because I feel like, you know, we're literally cousins. Like, they're our cousins, they're our family. So I thought that for this week's episode, we could speak a bit on careers and our school life, because tomorrow is A-Level results day and the week after is GCSE results day, which for any non-UK listeners is like the big exams you take when you're 16 and then when you're 18. So I thought we could do a little segment, Ellen, on our school to career pipeline.
Slay. Yeah. But like quite different.
Yeah, we do. And also that's a great Twinhood divide, because we did have quite different experiences, and obviously we've gone very different paths. So kind of an interesting, for anyone listening who wants to be a corporate queen, or anyone listening who wants to be a singer-songwriter queen, there's just so many paths to follow.
I do like getting a Blank Street coffee with the rest of the commuter rats.
We need to tell them how I've started sending Blank Street money to you and my boyfriend.
Yeah, you know what? Like, corporate life is tough. So I was just like, Maisie, like, if I'm going into the office, I do need my honeycomb latte, and I do need a large. Like, I do need it.
So I have started sending out money.
Yeah, so if I could get a top up for next week, please.
Yeah, okay.
Is that, you know, when you were younger and you got your school lunch and you'd be like, Mom, and you'd top up my finger. Yeah. That's how I feel. My fingerprint needs topping up, please.
Yeah, for your Blank Street. You start waving that around at Blank Street.
Yeah, we started doing rounds at Blank Street, and obviously, like, you send me the money for mine. I'm like, hold on a second, I'm not getting your coffee. Yeah. That's for me.
And that is Maisie Peters stained money, and it's only for one woman. Yeah. Okay, well, off that tangent, Ellen, let's talk about our school life. I guess, who was the most popular twin?
No, but you were popular with the English teachers.
And where did I hang out? That feels loaded in ways I cannot describe. Where did I hang out?
In the toilets.
Which one?
Which one?
The maths one, the worst
the maths
ones.
toilet. It made me really sad.
I don't know what I was doing. I was happy,
Queen,
though.
you got the best GCSEs and A-levels.
I did, and obviously I've used them loads. Not, but I did actually. You should tell the people what I got.
Maisie and A-levels got all A stars. What the triple F?
And how much was I in school?
No. Not much. No.
Because at that point, like, I was already doing songwriting sessions, because about 16, I managed at 15 or 16. So by the time I was in sixth form, which is 16 to 18, you
were just not there.
I was in London like multiple days a week, writing songs, being in sessions, like having meetings. And then I signed my publishing deal when I was 17 and my record deal when I was 18. And And so I was out of school lots of the time, but I still kind of ate up with my A-level results.
Yeah, see, A-levels was a funny time because it's like the first time you're getting freedom. So like you get those free periods. And our sixth form was in like our home village. So you could easily like walk there and walk back. So when I got this newfound freedom, like if it was like the first period and the last period, that would be like, oh my God, I've lucked out. Most people know like frees are meant to be like for like independent work. But I just took it as a lie-in and time to watch Loose Women. I watched so much Loose Women during A-levels. So for American audience, this would be like The View, I guess. Loved it. Loved it.
And meanwhile, I was like a mega nerd and was like just anytime I was in school, like I was in that library. Me and that library, that was my spiritual home. Like,
I can't say I don't
even know if you went to the library.
No.
I don't even know if you could describe it if I asked you to describe it right now. Like, I loved that library. I feel like all nerd girls in school had a parasocial relationship with either the English teacher or the history teacher, or their school librarian, and I had all three. That was my holy trinity.
See, like, I know a lot of people could probably remember the books that we read in English. The thing I remember the most is like the canteen food. Like I could still recite to you my chicken wrap order.
I actually remember like, the chicken wraps.
Mayo, sometimes sweet chili, the Radnor fruit fizz, popped the F off. Like I was honestly a nightmare. I was watching Loose Women, and when I wasn't watching Loose Women, I was in for lunch, spending all mum's money on like, honestly, I'd do 3 hours in school and somehow end up with like a full English and a lasagna meal with a Radnor fruit fizz and a brownie. So,
Queen, you just always needed your luxury goods to get by. You know what I mean? It was back then. It was a chicken wrap. Now it's a blank street. Is it so different?
Yeah.
A Radnor fruit fizz to a honeysuckle blank street.
I was just like, why would I go? Like, if I've got a free, I'm going home. Like,
and go home. You did.
Honestly, I truly lived life, and I wish I could say like I really like, you know, got my ass into gear. But it like uni, I was like, oh, all this time I can just like go to Urban Outfitters and like get a KFC. Like it was great. But and this is some advice for people in A-levels or GCSEs, and it's probably going to be really bad advice. But in my eyes, I was like, obviously I tried, and like I did just fine.
No, you got great results.
Yeah, I will say my revision tactic was like sleeping with the revision books.
Under your pillow.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a photosynthesis kind of vibe. Osmosis kind of vibe. And so my answer to revision was sleeping with my revision books. And what is wrong with me, because I was like obsessed with my boyfriend at the time, so I was like, who needs A-levels when I'm in love?
It's a canon event.
I was like, oh my God, I don't even need to do sociology. I'm just gonna have his babies and we're just gonna like be in love. And so that was like one thing that I was like, I don't need to revise for. Second, I thought my part-time job at the time was like my hustle. I was like, they'll need me. Like, what do you mean? Like, I can't revise. Like, I've got to go like be a shopkeeper for my village's most sought-after middle-class fruit and veg shop. So between the boyfriend and the fruit and veg shop,
you were stacked.
I was stacked.
Didn't they understand?
There was no time for revision. So that's why obviously I had to sleep with the revision books.
No, and that's actually so fair enough.
You know, and then, but what I was eventually coming to was that my approach was like, obviously you should make sure you pass, but like for A-levels, I was like, well, I'm just going to go to uni. So as long as I get to uni, that's fine. And like, that's what I thought with GCSE. It's like, obviously they are important, but as long as you get into the A-levels.
As long as you can get, where you want to go. I would say life, as we've obviously grown up, both me with my like, obviously, quote unquote like great A-level results.
No offense, but what have you used your A-levels for? You could have done what you've done with like Fs.
I don't know, have you heard History of Man? That's got English A-level written all over it.
So true, Queen. Have you seen that meme of like all the English teachers, and it's like Phoebe Waller-Bridge, like Taylor Swift.
Well, they're my English teachers.
As in like because they all look like English teachers, and I think you with your cardigan.
Oh my God,
I'd be an English teacher. Yeah,
that's like if I had another job, that would definitely be.
You're
my
not even
job.
mad at that as well. You
no.
Like that.
What I was just gonna say was that obviously it's important that your results get you to where you wanted to go. But life is much bigger and longer than your GCSE and your A-level results.
It's a roller coaster.
It is. That can go above the door again with, what was it they used to say?
Home is where the heart
Home
is.
is where the heart is. It is a roller coaster. But yeah, like there's so many more formative, important moments in your life, and your results can be one of those, or they cannot be. It's kind of what you want and what you make of it.
And can I just say, like, we're obviously 25, and I'm always one of the youngest in my jobs, and I'm like, 25 is obviously young, but like you've got like lots of time. Like there's no pressure. Like I think I put myself under a lot of pressure, but like people are like starting their working life at 28.
Yeah, and like I always say, like life is so long, which is funny because I think everyone's used to life is short, but I actually am like, no, life is so long that there's so much time to be different people and to try different things, different careers, different whatever it is.
Guys, the corporate ladder is going nowhere. Like, take your time. And also, guys, just remember that I have somehow ended up in B2B tech marketing, and my university degree was in fashion management. So, you know,
she has range.
I have range. And Maisie did history and
English.
well, I guess like politics.
Yeah, I didn't do music in any of my.
Maisie did absolutely no music,
and then I wrote Psycho. So like, you know, it really is all about where life takes you.
It is the wild ride.
You can't predict anything.
So I think people might ask, obviously, because being twins, were we in the same class together? And we actually weren't.
No, I don't think we were ever in the same class in any part
no,
of school.
I think Mum actually made a request being like, can they not be in the same class?
To stop comparison.
Yeah. So maybe if I'd have been in your class, I might have ended up as a pop star.
Maybe. I don't know, have we ever told them about our song we wrote together?
You had your 9 lives and you threw it all
and she's
away.
singing again, and she's singing again. Have we ever talked about that? So in music, so this is an example, we were not in the same music class, but we were set the same challenge in year 7.
I needed some help and I had to outsource.
And what was the challenge?
So this is so classic me, CBA, so get Maisy to help me. The challenge was you had to write your own original song.
This is year 7, so we must have been like 12 maybe.
Yeah, and you were getting into it with singing at this time.
That was really when I started writing songs. I remember having my little Dell laptop in front of me, and I was doing the cup song.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even play the guitar at that point, and I was just writing songs over myself playing the cup song.
You were eating down. And so I was like, oh my God, Maisie, like, help. And so we wrote this song, and it's crazy how it's still etched in my brain.
I actually can still remember it as well.
And it was low-key kind of traumatizing because we did have to perform it to the class.
No, but I think what happened was that you were too nervous to perform it to the class. So we actually had to perform it to the music teacher without the class there, and you made me come with you to your music class that day, and I had to sing it with you to just the music teacher.
That sounds like something I would have done.
Yeah.
You had your 9 lives and you threw it all away. I wish sick to death of you leaving me. You chased a good girl astray. That right there, guys, it's
Where's the Grammy? Where's the
guys?
Brit?
It's surprise MP3. It's track number 5.
9 Lives by Maisie Peters and Ellen Peters. Get them a Brit Award right now.
Yeah, you had your 9 lives.
Okay, so
anywho,
that was a jump scare and a half. She just didn't do it.
Get out the microphone. We weren't in the same classes, but that didn't stop us from collaborating at an early age.
No, and I feel like, we were very different in school, and that went all the way down to like how we dressed, how we looked. If you could describe your style in school with like a word, what would you say?
I would say that my style in school had a sort of like emo twee collab vibe to it. Like I was really into My Chemical Romance, All Time Low.
Yeah, you had eyeliner like up to there.
So I would have my eyeliner literally up to my ears.
I remember like I
thought
said
it was so
to you,
cool.
that looks awful, and Mum was like, oh my God, don't. And then you like literally run upstairs and be like, Ellen!
I mean, what's changed? Literally, what has changed? So I had my eyeliner to my ears. Do you remember we all would use that like foundation concealer stick that was like chalk? and it was like a powder, and it was also a stick, and it was like chalky. I can't remember what it was called. Cousins, if you know, leave it below. But that was going on. I had a red lipstick that I would wear.
Yeah, you
I loved red lipstick. And then I would wear skater skirts and long cardigans. And I guess Converse, and like that was the look. And I had a full fringe even back then.
Yeah, the fringe was
True to
going
myself.
nowhere.
So it was sort of twee emo core, a mixed media, if you will. What about you?
So I was obviously in like the American Apparel baddie Insta era, except I wasn't a baddie.
Tennis skirts.
And I was wearing jelly shoes. So that was a moment. The chokers, I was there for the choker era.
Yeah.
Honestly, wearing a choker and was listening to Glee. Like, that is like an oxymoron.
The duality of woman.
And then, good Jesus Lord, the purple hair.
Yep, I remember that.
I really thought I ate. And like, this is why I'm always like, Maisie, your hair's gonna fall out. Because like, I decided in another impulse of mine, I need like purple silvery hair. It was back when it was like a thing. Actually, maybe it was before Billie Eilish.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, I just bleached to fuck. And it was just so purple. And I used to sleep in purple shampoo before college. And then like everyone would be like, wow, your hair's so purple. And I'd be like, thank you. Yeah, I really feel sorry for the boyfriend that had to have me at my purple hair era.
You were iconic.
You don't get to have me at my Carrie era.
No, but if he can't handle you your purple hair era, he doesn't deserve you at your Carrie Bradshaw era.
Didn't. But yeah, I remember at one point I was purple hair, like copper, like bronze shoes, dungarees. There was just a lot going on. I think I was having like an identity crisis. But I do remember at prom I got voted. No, it was. This is fun. I remember at the end of sixth form, there was like this yearbook, and everyone had to vote. And me and Maisie both won most likely to.
What was yours?
So mine was most likely to go grey first, because obviously I had like purpley grey hair.
I feel like that, looking back, that might not be a compliment.
No, but it was because of the hair colour.
Because it was so iconic.
Yeah, and it was just, and like I was kind of gassed because I was like
in the book,
in there, and people had voted for me. So like, I was
and
just happy to be there.
I did get most likely to have a #1 single, I'm pretty sure. Which actually still has not happened, but every day I try doing it for that yearbook. So I guess we've really explored our school days.
We have. And then this is where we like split apart.
This is where we split apart, because now Ellen takes the road to university.
Funnily enough, I take the road of more education.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah, that's weird.
Or maybe more daytime loose women. So Ellen heads off to the bright and shiny Nottingham Trent.
I do. And you know what? Why is Nottingham Trent low-key like 8 with the podcast? Because GK Barry was a Notch Trent's girly.
Wow. They were breeding the next generation of podcasters, of girls with lots to say.
So true, queen. I feel like when you've been to Trent, you just have a lot to say. Like the experiences that you experience. But yeah, obviously when I picked my uni, I was still at college. And at this point, I was still very much in the belief that like me and my then boyfriend were going to be married and have babies. So like it wasn't really that deep. Like I was just picking one for the fun. So I was like, oh my God, let's just like pick a cute fun time. So my way to pick a uni was to go on the Instagram tag of the uni and see how many photos they had tagged, because it would be like people posting their like nights out. And so Nottingham Trent had like the most like night out pictures, and it just looked the funnest, and people were like dressed up in what was now ocean outfits. So that's how I got my place, and people were like, yeah, I got my place through clearing. No, I picked it. Like I fully said, I'll have some of that, please. Send me there.
And my main memory of your time in university Obviously, you did get a full degree while you were there, may I just add?
Somehow, guys, honestly.
No.
Between the working in the club and the
And the
ocean
house rabbit boyfriend.
and the house rabbit, I made it somehow.
Didn't you get a 2-1?
I did.
That's very impressive. Round of applause. So you did graduate with a full degree.
Yeah.
But which is obviously very impressive.
Full degree and full degree trauma.
Yeah. A full degree, which is very iconic. But my main memory of you at Nottingham Trent and of me, because I came to visit a little bit at the beginning, was us sleeping in your like little uni twin bed together and going out to this club called Ocean, which is in Nottingham, which you had to do dress up. And I remember I got there and you're like, Maisie, I know what we're going to wear. Like, don't even try. And you took me to the Primark and you made me buy like these big granny pants, which were like proper big pants, but then tights. And then you're like, no, so that's the look. It's just the granny pants over the tights.
Yeah, and I still to this day back that. It was like the routine every single Wednesday. So it'd be like a bit like a society night, and all the societies would dress up and you'd have a theme. But yet every theme just incorporated this fishnets.
Yeah.
With and they were these Primark like almost like shapewear. So it was like a thong shapewear, high-waisted.
Yeah.
Probably like what like a performer might use, like a leotard. And so that
Some could say it was foreshadowing my later career.
So that was like the routine on a Wednesday afternoon, obviously not doing uni, because obviously
crazy.
not. Going to Primark, getting your fake lashes, getting your leotard pant things, getting your fishnets, and you were good to go. You were like...
And the night was yours.
The night was yours. Oh, and also on your way home, make your stop to either get 2 bottles, because one obviously wasn't enough as a sweet young teenage thing, of Echo Falls. Or personal favourite of mine was buying the big VK bottles that you could only get at like certain shops, and then a mini bottle of vodka, and then you'd pour the vodka into the VK. And I wonder why I was so sick. And guys, Maisie will laugh at this, but I used to get so hungover on the Thursdays, and I'd literally feel like my life was ending. Like maybe I've like snogged a boy or like something literally like the least, like the most minor thing has inconvenienced my life. And I'd be like, oh my God, so hungover and dramatic. And I'd be like, I'm going home, guys. I'm going home. You know that TikTok was just like, where are you going? Home. Take me home.
I always knew this day would
Yeah, literally.
come.
I'm pretty sure I played that in my AirPods. And so home, for context, is near Brighton. And Nottingham, funnily enough, is not very close to Brighton. It involved 2 trains. One train 2 hours, the other train an hour and 10. And like switching via St Pancras. So it was a journey. It was expensive. And so I'd wake up hungover, fearing my life, being like, I need to go home. And then obviously like it's a long journey. And so by the time I'd gotten off the first train, I'd be like, oh, that was a bit dramatic. Like, feel better now. But it was too late. So then by the time Mum came to pick me up from the station, she'd be like, are you okay? I was like, yeah. Fine.
Did a full recovery.
I feel a bit silly now. So if I had any advice for people going to uni, to be honest, I just had such a good time. Like, obviously degrees are important, but like, I really think that is the one time of your life you're truly going to have pretty much 0 responsibilities. You can quite literally watch Loose Woman on a Tuesday. Like, I think just like, have fun. That's like the worst advice ever.
I think if I'd have gone to uni, I would have studied something really academic and spent my whole time in the library and probably gotten like scurvy or whatever pirates got back in the day when they didn't get any vitamin C. But I probably would have done lots of, studious things and probably not as many ocean nights out.
No.
But I will say, like, for all of your wild and fun times that you had at uni, like, you got straight on that career ladder and you did so many different jobs, which I actually always thought was really commendable of you, Ellen, because you literally went straight into work. You've tried loads of different things. You've had some highs, you've had some lows, but you've ended up doing a job that you're really good at, that you find that you really like.
I will say, I've been a working woman. Like, I started working at 15. I worked as, honestly, I've had so many jobs. I've worked at like washing up dishes. I've worked as a waitress. I've worked as a shop assistant for the fruit and veg shop. I've worked at a hotel, like being a housemaid, which on reflection, I literally can't even like make my own bed every morning.
That was a miracle you managed.
Don't know how I did that. I've worked at a nightclub. I've worked at a wing and cocktail bar. I have worked at a Indian restaurant. I have worked at Space NK. I have worked at as a assistant buyer. I've worked as a partnerships person. Now I'm event marketing podcaster. Oh my god.
The list goes on.
Guys, I'm tired. I'm genuinely tired. And I actually don't recommend. Have fun, guys. Like, take some time off, go traveling. I don't know how I rushed in. But yeah, I actually, self-reflection, I think sometimes I can be quite hard on myself when actually
You've done so
I've been busy. But guys, I just want to like reflect on like, obviously I sound like I had a lot of fun at uni and it was obviously fun, but there were dark moments and like party hard. Also, it was a spiral of me getting my ADHD diagnosis. And I always joke that because of Nottingham Trent and I went so hard so early on, I was partying like just left, right and centre, which is like no
Brat
one.
Summer before it was Brat
I
Summer.
was genuinely Brat Summering before it was Brat Summer. But this is why I'm tucked in bed with my Kindle at the ripe age of 25. Like, guys, I've been there. I've done that. Like, I was just early on the train and now I'm early getting off.
You really were.
I really said, let's pack it all in, get it out the way. And now I just, as I said, I'm with my Kindle. I'm a Lumi. So obviously, like, you didn't go to uni and you took a different path, but were there any things when you started out that were like kind of crazy, wild?
So I left school, I moved to London, I was like lodging in people's houses, so I was staying in attics or in spare rooms, kind of before that was really a thing, I guess. It was just like living with these iconic divorced women. And I was doing that for a few years. I released my first 2 EPs and I went on these iconic tours like before this was even before COVID. So my first EP and my second EP, which if you're around for that, then you are a real one. And I went on this tour in 2019 with just me, Tina Keys, and Harry, my tour manager, which is now known as like the iconic tour because we literally had enough stuff to put in the back of a car and we just like drove around and Tina was asleep the whole time. It was her dream gig. And we did this one day. It was with an artist called Tom Walker, who has this song called I Will Leave a Light On. He is a lovely man. And we were on tour with him around Europe. And there was this one day, I don't even know if I've ever told you this story, where were we? We were in like Switzerland or something. And it was after a show and I was literally, I think I was 18 years old. And I'm a very responsible queen these days. Like, I'm literally the most responsible you can get. I'm not a wild child. I was never a wild child. But I had this one wild child night where me and Tina just did some tequila shots. And basically just got so drunk. I'm sick in my tour manager's hands. And then I pass out. But it's okay. I'm with friends. I'm safe. Like, I'm with lots of people I know. But I'm so drunk that I pass out. And this random Swiss DJ has to carry me down the stairs, these rickety stairs of this venue. Because I can't walk. So the Swiss DJ carries me downstairs. And then the next day messages my professional Facebook page to say, hello, Maisy. I carried you down the stairs. I get into the van. Harry drives me and Tina back to the hotel. Me and Tina, gone. Gone. And I literally was hungover for multiple days. That was the longest hangover I've ever had.
Yeah, that's crazy because you really don't drink much.
I know. This was my OG wild child era. But I honestly think
you
that
condensed uni
into one night. And I had the DJ, I had the passing out, I had the sick in Harry's hands. Shout out Harry for that. Sorry about that, my king. But I have only been sick in his hands like that one time.
We've actually put your tour manager through quite a bit because like reflecting on jobs as well has made me remember that I actually still to this day put on my CV that
wait, can I tell the story? So in my tour group chat, Ellen came to visit, so she got added to the tour group chat because she was like with us all, and in there, like my tour manager Harry is sending like the day sheet of what we're doing for today, so Ellen's in the group chat, and then there's a bit going on, there's like a funny bit where there's a joke that I'm hiring and firing, so everyone on the tour needs to send their CVs in. which is just like funny. And people are sending in like fake CVs. Some people are sending in their real CVs. And then Ellen, because she's in the group chat, sends her CV. And what's in the CV, Ellen? Tell the people what's in the CV. 2 years experience on the Maisie Peters tour. I was like, I don't recall this, Ellen.
Literally, and I'm a grown-ass adult now. I'm 25. I've got years of experience. Yeah, it's still on there.
Should I try and find it, what you said you did? It was something funny as well, what you said you did.
My job, please don't fire me, guys. I did put, I was like, I look after the tour's welfare.
Yeah, you said you were the tour welfare officer.
Which, like, in spirit I was.
I was like, does that mean you come on the tour and you eat all my M&Ms in the dressing room and you sleep in my bed? Because then I guess that's kind of welfare.
So yeah, I'm not taking it off. I just think it's
in many ways, but reality, it's all true.
It's iconic.
It's iconic, yeah. And what was funny was she hadn't even done that to be part of the gag. Like, it just was already on your CV.
Yeah. You know, don't ask, don't get, except I didn't ask.
And I did get.
I was just like, Harry, Maisie Tour's manager, it's on there just to let you know. Like,
if anyone asks.
He was like, yeah, if anyone asks, I'll say you did this.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks, Kate. Funny enough, I haven't yet put Harry as a reference call. The jobs I've got.
He'd do a great one, though.
It's coming, Harry, it's coming.
Ellen, what was your favourite job you've ever had?
I feel like you know this.
I know the answer. Should we do it on the count of 3? 3, 2, 1. Space NK.
So for a girl that's obsessed with her hair, like this is literally the perfect job for me. It was like this makeup stand in Nottingham. It was only 4 hours, which honestly petition for all working days for 4 hours because I was in there and I was out by lunch. It was great. And I was chatting to all the women and like
you were using your influence.
They had families. I was like, oh, how's the kids? Like, I was in my era. And like, the biggest part of my day was matching someone to a NARS foundation shade. Still to this day, I could tell you if you're a Barcelona, a Vienna. Like, I loved it. And I always say, like, maybe that job found me at the right time. Like, maybe I always say it's like, don't meet your idols. For me, it's like, I could never work there again because it was just perfect. And like, I could never like
recreate
the magic that was Space NK Nottingham. But speaking of workplaces, yours is obviously
the stage.
The stew.
The stew and the stage.
The stew and the stage. Tell me about it.
Every day is different. I could be writing a song. I could be on tour. I could be. I mean, I have been in some crazy places. I was trying to rack my brains to think of just then, like, what's been the weirdest day of work, and I've got a few. But one I would like to shout out is I was on what I think was a Dutch children's anti-bullying TV show.
That's not what I was expecting. We've gone from like the French TV show with James Blunt to now
the law is so deep. This is the thing. Like, I've been working this job since I was 16, and now I'm 25. So, I mean, basically 10 years. And we've been in this gig for 10 years. I have done some interesting things. So, obviously, French James Blunt TV show. We've done Switzerland DJ drunk fall down the stairs, throw up in Harry's hands. And now I'm on Dutch children's TV show anti-bullying, where I don't know what I thought it was. And I think I sang my song Stay Young. I think that was somehow part of the anti-bullying message. But what I really remember was being interviewed, and there was like all these children in front of me, and I didn't really know the children were going to be there, but I was like, hi. And the slogan of the anti-bullying campaign was "Stip it." Not stop it, but stip it. So every time I said something, I had to end it with "stip it."
I don't understand.
I don't really know either, but that was just the day. I was just in this children's TV show, I stip it to the camera and like giving my thoughts on anti-bullying. Yeah. So, you know, it's not all glamorous. Like, yeah, you know, I've got the high heights. I was on tour with Ed Sheeran. We did 66 shows. Did all the Coldplay shows. Obviously, iconic. I did my Eras tour show. And I can speak on them, obviously, at length another time if you'd like to hear more about those stories. But there's also been the Stippets. Any of those kids who were on that TV show, if you've grown up and you're just like Twinhood, hi.
Are you a Stippet kid?
Are you a Stippet kid? Were you there for Maisie Peters' Stay Young?
Guys, anyone Dutch, if you could please like
find us the link.
Or like explain the law behind Stippet. Like, is that a Dutch word?
Yeah, was it relevant? Like, was it culturally relevant? Does anyone have any video proof of me doing Stippet?
Why does it sound like stop it, but really sped up. Stop it.
Stop it. This is a question we've all asked ourselves since. And like, no one can really remember it. We're all like, does that happen? And it did.
You know, when sometimes podcasts use like the power of their audience to like find like a long lost like brother, we're using the power of our audience to find the Stippet kids.
Literally.
So,
Stippet
like,
kids.
If you're out there.
Did you ever watch the Michael Scott episode of The Office where he's got like the tater tots or whatever it is, the tots?
Yes,
and he like promised them the money when they graduate. These are like my kids. These are my tots or whatever they were called.
The Stippet
Michael
kids.
Scott's tots and it's Maisie Peters Stippet kids.
Shut up.
Love you guys.
Love the Stippet kids. On a real serious note, because I feel like I have given the impression like I had my fun, I watched my Loose Women, I went to Space NK, but I really have found a very fulfilling job. And I never thought I'd actually be at this point, because I feel like I tried so many things and I failed at so many things and I hated so many things. AKA when I was literally scream crying in the back of Maisie's house as people were walking through to view her house. Anywho, so, you know, I've had my bad jobs and I really think that every bad job or every rejection letter that I opened on the tube and then cried the whole of the Northern Line, you know, it all takes you to where you are. And I'm so glad I got rejected from jobs or like did a job and then realized I didn't like it because it's led me to here. And who'd have thought my true love, my true life would be B2B marketing. But
you're so good at it, queen.
Yeah, I love telling salespeople what to do, and I love events.
You do.
You know?
I feel like it's really good for your ADHD brain.
It's so good, and this is something I really feel strongly about. Is like you shouldn't just like give up at like an okay job. Like I just don't think okay is enough when jobs are begrudgingly 8 hours, 9 hours of your day every day. Like I just don't think like for your mental sake, you can do a job that's okay. Like I really think everyone should strive for a job that you really enjoy, and it's fine if you don't get that straight away. Guys, I'm sat here on the sofa. I've counted I think 10, 11 jobs I've done before I got to this one. And obviously I went speed mode and I went through all these very quickly, but take your time. I think it's really important that you do love your job, and I love my job.
And I do feel like to just add to that and round us off, obviously working in music, trying, failing is like the number one slogan.
Yeah.
I mean, I've obviously been so lucky. I've had so many high highs, but it's also, I mean, you could argue that in music, it's literally every day is a small win and a small failure, you know, like you're held up to such high standards, often by yourself, if not like by the people you work with. And there's comparison all around you. There's numbers all around you. Like it is a crazy thing, especially I think streaming has really made this so that you can actually see in like numerical form, and everybody can see this, exactly how well your music, your art is performing. And I think that's just the trying, failing just really struck as really true to me. And I think that I obviously love what I do, and I feel so lucky to be able to do it as a job. But it's also the failing is something that we don't talk about as much, I guess. And, you know, I'm not like talking about every time I release a song that doesn't achieve the week one targets, or
when I quit my job at the Indian restaurant 2 weeks in because they asked if I could do a 10-hour shift and I said hell to the no.
So yeah, that's sort of a different failure that we can circle back to. But yeah, I guess and maybe we'll do like another, I'd actually really like to talk about this on another episode. I think it'd be really interesting, especially as there are, I'm sure, like lots of singer-songwriters and people that are interested in music that listen to this podcast. And I'd really like to speak about the actual reality of the journey and yeah, like on some of the lows, because as I said, like we're all just on social media all the time, you know, pushing and talking about our highs, but there are so many lows and it's so common. And I feel like even hopefully if it's just me saying this, then if you're out there and you're listening and you know, like not many people have streamed your first song, or your music video went out and you uploaded the wrong file to YouTube and then you had to take it down and do it 2 days later.
Or no one liked your LinkedIn post.
Or no one liked your LinkedIn post.
Or someone aired your email.
Or someone aired your email. Like, it's important that we discuss these things. And so, yeah, we all feel less alone when we experience them.
And I also just want to round off by saying that even though we have a lot of differences in, like, our work, I think at the end of the day, cousins, it is as simple as, like, are you clock watching your whole day? Are you thinking, when the hell am I, like, finishing? Because at the end of the day, I think it's just about, like,
enjoying your day.
Trying
your hardest to enjoy your day.
And not thinking, when the fuck is this going to end? So,
yeah, I suppose that's just a nice way to round it off.
Period.
Okay, so I'm going to have to wrap us up because we've been yapping this episode. We've had a lot to say.
Oh, queen. Never.
We'll just keep yapping when the cameras are off, don't worry.
Okay.
But I just wanted to read out a few of my favourite comments from the cousins on last week's episode, because there was just a few that really got me. My first is Zaz went, I came for Maisy, but stayed for Ellen. I love you, queens. Why is this my legacy? Why is this actually my future?
Thank you so much.
She loves her fans. My next favourite is from Nairobi. They said, the world could not handle Ellen being an unstoppable queen and an unstoppable singer.
Too real.
Too real.
I also just want to say, guys, I obviously read the comments as well. And, like, sometimes I feel like I just talk about my hair a lot and no one cares. But, like, oh my God, everyone cares. Everyone loved my hair.
Everyone who commented talking about Ellen's hair, you are an enabler. And I would know because I'm one too.
Maisie's gaslighting me saying they care.
No, I don't say they don't care about your hair. I just said maybe not to the extent of which.
No, guys, you care. I saw you.
No, I saw the comments and I thought, fuck my life. Also, there was another one that was good from Angel. Angel went, a new home, a swan dive, a panic ride, and a lime bike. That was funny, queen. 10 out of 10. That got 40 likes.
That was good.
That was pretty good. Michaela Lynn asked Ellen, drop the homemade pad thai recipe.
Oh my God, I saw that and I was so happy, I can't lie.
So maybe we'll have to post it on Instagram stories or something.
Yeah, maybe.
So the cousin can read it.
Yeah.
But I thought that was so cute. This is like one of my favourite comments, but I always love it when... So Susanna went, time for my favourite part of the Wednesday morning commute. Isn't that so cute to imagine us just being part of a Queen's Day?
I know.
Like them on their way to work, listening to us just yapping. Like, that just actually makes me so happy.
That is like a shot of espresso.
Like, whenever anyone comments being like, I love listening to you guys, like on my way to work, or when I'm getting ready for bed, or when I'm making dinner, it is a shot of espresso.
I still can't believe people actually listen. Like, I know they do, but I just like, and I'm always so shocked when people listen to the whole thing. I'm like, guys, that's so nice. So
I know.
Nice. Thanks so much. And like all like the love like we're getting on Instagram as well. Like, I see all your messages, queen. I just have ADHD and like can't reply to anything.
But she sees it and she loves. As a social media manager, I would know.
I see it. I love it. I'm mentally reading it. I'm mentally feeling it. And I really love how much you love my hair.
And our podcast and all of our wise words.
And before we go, there has been a lot of chatter this week about the summer I turned pretty. So I just wanted to make a public service announcement. And that is, guys, why did Conrad have to order the mother freaking salmon? Oh my God, that changes everything. When I saw like, and obviously me being so slow, I didn't even notice it in the episode. And then I was like on the TikTok lore and people were like, oh my God, did you see Conrad ordered the salmon?
The way I'm so online, I know that Conrad
like,
ordered the salmon.
Fuck, that's so real. And then the last episode that just dropped, oh my God, like Team Connie baby.
You're a convert.
I've had to convert because...
The peaches.
What do you mean?
The way I don't even watch the show and I can talk about the peaches.
Literally, Jeremiah was giving me the ick by the end. I was like, oh my God, not Connie baby. Like, watching from the window. So guys, I've seen the light. Conrad ordered the salmon. That's all you need to know. Like,
if you get it, you get it.
If you get it, you get it.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening, for watching. As ever, we love you guys.
And guys, I know we commented on the Goodreads group for questions and we have not forgotten. I hope you're ready for a booktastic. For a booktastic episode next week. We're gonna dedicate a whole episode because we love books, we love you, and it deserves its flowers.
No, it does.
So that's going to be next week. A little sneak preview.
A whole book-centered, Goodreads-centered.
It's going to be so fun. I can't wait.
Section. Yeah, I'm actually buzzing.
This is my Christmas.
So if you have any more questions, head over to our Goodreads community where you can join and leave your questions.
And not just that, obviously, go follow us on Instagram at Twinhood Podcasts. And also leave a review, leave a rating, whatever you're watching on. Go to YouTube.
Leave us a comment. Watch the YouTube so you can see Ellen's hair.
Obviously.
And actually my hair. Because I was sat on the hairdressers for 6 hours today. So I think someone should look at it on YouTube.
You deserve that, queen.
I deserve it. Head to YouTube. Listen, rate, like, comment, support.
And obviously, guys, remember, it's a tough time. MP3 isn't out yet. I need my...
she needs a blank streak.
I need my blank streak coffee. So every listen, every like is appreciated.
Okay, well, on that note, Ellen, what are you going to make for dinner today?
On that note, I've got some lovely looking sea bass in the fridge. So I think I'm going to fry that with a bit of garlic, a bit of lemon.
Bonjour.
And I think I'm going to do some orzo with it. I think I'm just, again, bit of garlic, bit of lemon.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Delicious.
I could do pesto, but I'm a bit bored of pesto.
Well, on that scintillating note, I'm going to say, cousins, we love you so much. Thank you for joining.
Cousins, it's been real.
And on that note, good.
Twinhood,
Bye,
Twinhood,
Twinhood.